Colombians gathered near the Venezuelan border with a blunt message for the American president. That orange madman wants to remove any president who refuses to kneel to him, she says. But the strongest language directed at Donald Trump had, until recently, come from Colombia's president. Gustavo Petro, a former guerrilla fighter turned firebrand leftist politician. For months, he regularly railed against Trump, even accusing him of having a senile brain and describing the White House as a clan of pedophiles. After Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro's removal, Trump suggested Petro could be next.
Colombia is very sick, too, run by a sick man who likes making cocaine and selling it to the United States, and he's not going to be doing it very long, let me tell you.
We see two very volatile, very delicate, very sensitive presidents to criticism that are on opposing ends of the political spectrum. Only one of them has the power and might of the United States Army behind them.
Just when it seemed like Colombia and the U.S. might be on the brink of a military conflict, the U.S. president placed a call here to Bogotá last week with an unexpected olive branch. Petro, who had just organized an anti-Trump rally, told the crowd that he and the U.S. president spoke for almost an hour. Peace is found through dialogue, and that's why I accepted President Trump's proposal to talk, Petro said. President Trump said it was a great honor to speak with Petro and invited him to the White House. So how do you explain the sudden change in the relationship between these two presidents?
We realized
that President Trump had been badly misinformed, says former Colombian President Ernesto Samper Pizano, who now advises President Petro. Some in Colombia and in the White House want President Petro removed and falsely told Trump that he supports the drug trade, Pizano told us. It might seem a little strange, but the two presidents have similar personalities that allowed them to understand each other, he says. Opinion polls by Brazilian research firm Atlas Intel suggest President Petro is deeply unpopular, and Colombians overwhelmingly support the U.S. intervention to remove Maduro, but also worry about what comes next. There is fear and uncertainty over the situation in Venezuela, says Colombian journalist Christian Herrera. Colombia already hosts nearly 3 million Venezuelan refugees. The government provides them health care, education, and work. But Herrera says many Colombians now want to shut the door. They have harmed ordinary Colombians who lost their jobs to Venezuelan workers with lower wages, he says. Colombians will elect a new president in May, and events in Venezuela are widely expected to shape the outcome. Jeff Semple, Global News, Bogotá, Colombia.